Welcome to Science-Based Fitness. Today we're talking about steps and how many you should be doing. Now I planned on making this video outside, but as you can tell, it's pretty miserable out there, so we're going to be on the treadmill. We all hear all these magic numbers and how many steps we should be getting a day. You'll hear numbers from 4,000 all the way to 10,000 plus. Where do these numbers come from and what's the right number? Well, the 10,000 benchmark that we actually hear a lot comes from Japan, from a term right on screen here, I'm not going to attempt to say that, which literally means 10,000 meters. This number just kind of became the global benchmark and stuck. But there's good news, because research shows that you might not need a full 10,000 steps to start seeing health benefits. For example, a 2019 study found that older adults saw a lot of benefits from around 7,000 to 8,000 steps a day. This saw a reduction in all-cause mortality rates. But the number might actually be lower than this. There's even benefits being seen at 4,400 steps. Research found that older women hitting approximately 4,400 steps had a relatively lower mortality rate compared to those hitting 2,700 steps a day. Now it seems like that range is somewhere between that 4,000 and 8,000 number, but I think there has to be a caveat to this, because if you're hitting 10,000 or 12,000 steps a day, you're not going to be seeing the same benefits if you drop it down to 4,000. Part of exercise science is helping us understand how our body reacts to different stresses. If we decide to take something that, say 10,000 steps isn't overwhelming for you and you're able to recover from that, and we start reducing it down to 4,000, we'll see some health benefits probably decrease. There's a concept known as Wolff's Law and Davis Law. It's where the muscle, connective tissue, and bones adapt to the stresses we apply to it. If we stress a bicep muscle, we're going to grow that bicep muscle. But if we don't do anything to that bicep muscle, it'll start to shrink. And the same is with our bones. If we don't do any type of walking or impact, our bones start to lose density. And this is pretty common as we get older. And I think a really good takeaway from this video, if you're watching it, is if you're not very active, try to do more than you did yesterday. If you can start to make small incremental improvements, you're going to see an improvement in your health. There's a saying I always liked, it's how do you eat a whale? It sounds like a daunting task, but it's the same as anything else, one bite at a time. So yeah, there's my saying for the day. So with that out of the way, when it comes to walking and getting your steps in, sometimes it can be challenging because of the weather is one example. I live in Buffalo. It's going to start snowing here any day now. Sometimes I recommend just going to the grocery store more frequently, trying to walk a couple extra laps, maybe go to Target or something. I actually have this treadmill from Merak. This is their T12. The tough thing with treadmills is that they get super expensive. I mean, they can total $2,000, $3,000. This one here, you can get for under $400. There's a second version that has a steeper incline that's just over $400. And something like this is really easy to move around. I have this in my office, I can fold it up, and it's relatively light. I did a full review on this treadmill. If anyone is interested in that, I'm gonna link that video at the end so you can just click and watch. But that's one of the best ways you can help support this channel grow. Clicking those links and purchasing through those affiliate links really helps my channel grow. So just to summarize this, research seems to show on this topic that the ideal range you should be in is somewhere between 4,400 and 8,000. 10,000 is totally fine. You can do a significant amount of walking, and unlike a spin bike or running or jogging for long periods of time, it's not really sustainable. The beauty of this is that I can recover really easily. It's not super impactful on my body. And another cool thing about walking is that we actually use a larger percentage of fat as our main substrate for energy versus carbohydrates. That's a little bit more complicated topic, and if you want to know more about that, you can watch this video right down here about the science behind walking. This video up here is the Merak treadmill review. Check out either of those videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.